City prepare record-breaking contracts. Haaland can end up at Liverpool. Euro 2021 is to be changed again. COVID is causing a Champions League mess and a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, you are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. So first off, Manchester City, fresh from beating the financial fair play regulations last season, are preparing some mammoth contracts, some absolute monster figures for some of the world's best players, two of their own and one potential new signing. The first, of course you know about it, it's Lionel Messi. The Barcelona forward has said he won't be discussing a new contract with Barca in the upcoming months, and that means come January, he's free to discuss with any teams abroad, one of them being Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. They are preparing a huge deal to try and lure him away from the club to the Etihad Stadium. Now, of course, with Ronald Koeman at the club now, and with Josep Bartomeu leaving the club, the president at Barcelona, maybe Messi could be convinced to stay, but of course, he'll definitely listen to what Manchester City have to say. And along with this, they're also preparing two massive new contracts for Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling. Now, not only are these big by Manchester City standards, but also they will become the biggest wage packets in the Premier League at around £400,000 per week. That is insane, but in the case of Kevin De Bruyne, it's definitely deserved. In the case of Raheem Sterling, yeah, it's actually probably deserved as well. Both are insanely good. Both have been critical to Manchester City's success in the last few years. Both are still age 25 for Sterling, 29 for Kevin De Bruyne, either heading into or going through their peak years as footballers. And even though both of their contracts run out in 2023, there's no way that Manchester City will ever be want to put in a position where they could potentially lose them on a free. So moving on though, and to another major signing that could potentially happen next summer, and honestly, Liverpool would be an unstoppable monster if they manage to get their hands on Erling Haaland. Since moving from Salzburg to Dortmund, the Norwegian forward has had an insane strike rate, definitely putting himself as one of the best strikers in world football. So much so that a load of teams are still interested in signing him, despite the fact he only moved to Dortmund in January. It looks like there is a £75 million release clause in his contract, which may only come into effect from next summer. And should that happen, according to German legend Lothar Matthäus and director at Salzburg Christian Freund, Liverpool is where he will land. Of course, Barcelona, Real, Manchester City, Manchester United, even Juventus are all interested in the Dortmund superstar, but in the end it'll probably come down to where he wants to play and which style of system suits him best. Having played at Dortmund and with the way Liverpool are playing at the moment, especially under Jurgen Klopp, you can really see Haaland fitting in very well. But of course, this is just a rumour at the moment. It's completely up to interpretation. I'm not saying he will sign for Liverpool, I'm not saying he won't. It's just a potential destination, and you guys let me know in the comment section where you think Haaland should go, if he should go at all. Moving on though, and to Euro 2021, away from some transfer news, and of course, we all know that the Euros was moved from this summer to next summer, but now there could be another major change in the fact that it won't be taking place in 12 different cities. This was the whole shtick with Euro 2020. Like, this was the thing, that it was involving the whole of Europe, and players and fans, and all sorts of things were going to happen in various cities around the continent. It was set to be a celebration of Europe as a whole. But now, due to the fact that it's going to be very difficult for fans to travel, still difficult for players to travel, despite the fact that elite football seems to be, well, not really involved in all the regulations that many countries are imposing because of the COVID increase in numbers, and it looks as though Russia could be the ones to benefit. The whole reason that UEFA are looking for a host nation is, well, it's obvious. Keep everyone in the same space, keep them all in camps, and basically don't really allow them out apart from the fact to play football. We no idea how things are going to look next summer, so this is the safest option. With Russia, they held a fantastic World Cup 2018. They've got the infrastructure, the stadiums, the transport, everything they need, and as well as a lot of space to keep teams rather distant. So yeah, I actually think this could be quite a good choice for the Euros next summer. Moving on though, and talking of COVID, it's causing absolute havoc in the Champions League and around domestic football. I mean, we're heading into, unbelievably, after 3 straight weeks of Champions League football, the halfway point in the Champions League group stage. You've got Ajax, who are travelling to Midtjylland with 11 cases of corona. In fact, they've only got one recognised goalkeeper in their squad travelling for the Champions League game, and he hasn't even played a match for them yet. Goalkeeper Kjell Scherpin, who normally plays with the Ajax B side, has been called up, and as I mentioned, is the only goalkeeper. Alongside this, Dynamo Kiev Juventus game against Barcelona may not even go ahead tomorrow night. They've had so many cases that if they have one more, they'll officially be under the amount of eligible players and therefore could postpone their game at Camp Nou. It's not only COVID that is keeping the likes of Nicolas Süle out for Bayern Munich, but because of the congested fixture schedule, Romelu Lukaku's got an injury, which means he won't be playing against Real Madrid, and PSG are travelling to Leipzig without the likes of Verratti, Mbappe, Icardi, Neymar, Draxler and Bernat all injured. In fact, there are so many injuries at PSG that Thomas Tuchel is considering giving 15-year-old centre-back El Chadaile Batshiabu, I'm not sure I pronounced that correctly, I haven't heard of him, neither have many people outside of PSG. Anyway, apparently Thomas Tuchel is willing to give him some game minutes in the upcoming fixtures because that's how many injuries and that's how many games PSG have coming up. A 15-year-old centre-back will make him the youngest player in PSG's history. Finally then, we come to a quick roundup of the rest of the day's transfer news, where PSG are still interested in signing Tottenham's Dele Alli, but only on a loan deal in January. Brighton's Tariq Lamptey is on the radar of Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid and now Sevilla as well. Barcelona will make a fresh £7 million offer for Eric Garcia, the Manchester City defender whose contract runs out next summer. And lastly but not least, everyone at OneFootball wishes Maradona well after the legend, just a few days after his 60th birthday, was taken into hospital. So there you have it, that is all from me for today's daily news. Why don't you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Whilst you're there, you can smash the like button and of course click here or here to check out loads of the other stuff we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.